Something that reminds me like a safe space I've imagined in the past being in the mouth of a cat. Like I'm inside the cat's mouth.
Welcome to Spill the Cacao. We spill it, you feel it. So guys, today's topic is where is the place where you feel most you, where you feel like you are free to express, when you feel like you can enjoy. What's that place that you have in mind? Like, I don't know, let's say maybe you have a bad day and you want to cry. Where is a place that you feel like safe to do so? You guys have like something in your mind or like something that makes you express yourself?
Hey, Ma.
For me, it's always the jungle. So I always say that I feel most myself when I'm walking barefoot through the jungle. And there's been times in my life where maybe I've lost myself a little bit or I've gotten disconnected from who I am. And whenever I want to remember, that is where I go. I can just feel it. I can feel my heart beating and I can feel the pulse of the earth and I can smell all the jungly smells. And every single time I do that, it just takes me to such a deep, I feel a spiritual place, the essence of my soul. And for me, I think that's what it is. Where do you feel yourself like that? That's mine. What about you guys?
Mine is the beach. I like when, I feel like I just came out of the water. My hair's like wet and messy and I have like the sun shining on my skin, and I like to lay out in the sun and hear the waves, and I could take naps on the beach. I just could lay there all day, and that's where I feel so connected and so at home, and I can I meditate with my eyes open almost just by staring at the water. And I've always loved the beach and always been an island girl. Even in New York, I was on Long Island. So always been a beach girl at heart.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I have a few.
Spill it.
Spill it. Just like one place that's always felt like home that's not home, but like a physical place is in Andalusia in the south of Spain. Like every time I would drive there in the bus going into the mountains, my hair will stand up and everything felt so real. And for me it was just like, whoa, magic and like very magical place and like time for me in Andalusia in Spain. But I love the mountains, I love the ocean, and being with those I love. That's really and myself. Actually, I feel really always at home and full with myself. And with I think I feel at home everywhere. I like cities too. Never mind, you're nice.
So cute. Definitely nature and beach helps me too. But the place that I really feel myself is in my car driving. Like, for example, if I need to practice my singing lesson and I need my warm-up, the most I'm confident and relaxed, it's in my car. Nobody's watching, hear me, and I can do it. The same with crying. Or I remember when I didn't have great days, I love just driving through Lahaina, listening music, and just drive. And just let the feelings, the thoughts, just passing by. And that was my safe place where I can just be myself, express, also for example, if I'm burping, in my car, I'm okay, it's fine, I'm by myself. So literally I'm by myself. If I'll be in the house, I'm somebody's around, but it's my safe place in my car. When I feel let it be.
And you're on the go.
Yeah.
And she's an Aries and she is very, let's go. Move your ass.
Something that reminds me like a safe space that's kind of like being in the car is I've imagined in the past being in the mouth of a cat. Like I'm inside the cat's mouth, and it's warm and kind of fuzzy feeling and really real in there. Kind of like the mouth, we don't think of the mouth, but it's very important. It's alive, everything, our teeth, our tongue, we've got to take care of it. Sometimes I imagine that. Ooh, that's a very safe space in there.
Is that
Yeah.
Is that your happy place, meditation place?
I felt that one morning, but it was in Andalusia one time when I had this strong feeling about being in the cat's mouth.
Wow.
And sometimes the mornings there, wow, it's magic. But sometimes the beach, when you're just looking out on the water, I really feel an altered state. Just
Yeah.
from like being in the water and feeling it and feeling so at home. Love singing to myself in the water. Ooh, I love that. It's so cozy. It's so real, Yeah.
Do you guys have a cat's mouth kind of place that you go?
No.
I feel like I'm like tripping right now.
No, I cannot confidently say no.
Say no.
I can happily say no. I don't have that, but okay, something that comes kind of close is I have this visual when I'm like super angry. I will imagine myself just shattering glasses like over and over and over again, or taking like a baseball bat to like a billion wine glasses. And that is a
Go to
satisfaction.
Greece.
Oh, yeah. Like, smash the plates.
Have you've done that?
I actually did a rage room too one time, yeah. But it honestly didn't, I had high expectations because I'd replayed it so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they also gave me like shitty chunky ones that like wouldn't break.
That makes me more mad.
Pissed me off.
So how you deal your anger? We
my
have
mom-
another topic.
my mom-
because-
That's a good
Yeah?
topic.
Once when I was upset at home, she said, okay. She gave me some like glasses my dad had like for working. She gave me some plates out of the kitchen and we smashed them, man. It did feel good.
Wow.
Oh, I love
But we can do it at home.
But you had glasses for safety.
Yeah, she's like, you gotta put on these
And then let you just go for it. Inside? Outside.
on the cement.
I love
Nice.
that.
It was loud.
What was the catalyst?
Can't remember. Honestly, otherwise I'd tell you.
Let it all out already. That's good.
And I think it did help a little bit.
I bet.
We also
What's your-
we wanted to do this year, but we didn't get a chance to do the pumpkin. Right?
yeah.
You remember to
Smashing
smash the pumpkin, like to
pumpkins.
release all the anger.
We didn't. But what do you do?
Not
What
so
do you
much. I would love to. Like a lot of people tells me, and sounds easy, but for me it's not. Like to scream in the pillow, and I cannot do it, and it seems like so easy. But I'm like when I'm very very angry. No, I'm just like trying to work on my breathing and just to keep a little bit the anger and like okay, just like walk, like move your body. Like try to switch your mind, don't be focused on that, because I don't really have like something that like okay, I'm so angry, so I'm like smashing this plate and I'm feeling good. But I think my help. Oh yeah, well that's good. Cold showers, like to release, help, yeah. But I don't really have too
You can talk
many.
about anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us,
So
Michelle.
I can say in the past I've always just sort of bottled it all up until I believed like that I didn't feel anger as an emotion. But I think when you do that, then it comes to a point of like explosion maybe. So anyway, now the only way that I can stop feeling the anger is to address it directly. Like I'm angry about something. Now I listen to that and I say, okay, this is clearly telling me something is bothering me. Like I need to address it directly. And then so far it's worked. Like there hasn't really been anything that I couldn't solve. I'm learning to let my anger like guide me. So that's what it's for. Yeah.
Yeah, like a motivator.
Yeah.
Like what change needs to be made kind of vibe.
Exactly.
That's good.
Do you feel angry?
I was like you forever. I didn't. I was like, I don't feel angry. I only cry. And then I started to get fucking pissed. And actually, the scaredest I've ever been of like anything was, I might have told you this story, how one time I was in drama in high school. And in our drama program, they were really serious. And I had to be this really mean girl. And I was laughing the whole time. I couldn't take it seriously. We had to bully this girl who was like already bullied in real life. And it was bad. And so I was like, no, I can't. And they sat down and they were like, we are going to be sitting until you move us to stand up because we're so afraid of your anger.
Wow.
So the whole room sat down and put me on the spot to get angry. And I was laughing like for so long, I couldn't do it. And then they were like, just think of everything that's ever made you mad. And I closed my eyes and like thought of all of these things that just like caught up to me. And I unleashed a rage on this room. Everybody stood up and I started crying because it was so scary. So then I was like, you know what, I probably should be more in touch with that. So this like doesn't even exist in me.
That's awesome.
Now I'll like play music and like shake it out. I'll play like emo, like punk, ragey music. And
Bachata
I'll play bachata.
helps me, like really
for
helps
anger?
me. Yeah, like really like
Not me.
helps me to because I'm starting to focus on the lyrics and the melody. So like literally my anger is like the level is like going down
So you're
because
soft and
yeah, I'm soft.
you're leaning into it.
Now because you mentioned
Bachata for anger.
yeah, when I'm mad
Romeo
at
Santos
work,
for rage.
I'm playing bachata in my car when
Yeah, so another interesting catalyst on my anger journey was actually through our cacao ceremonies. And I feel like I always really look into like the symbolism of stuff. So anyway, one time at Cacao, we had like all the spices and I accidentally put too much cayenne pepper, but I didn't know until I took the sip. And so the first thing I felt was fire in my throat. And it was like just so symbolic. I was like, there's fire in my throat. Like I think like around that same time, I also had stood up for someone and yelled at someone for like the first time ever. And it was all very like spiritual for me. I remember like the scream felt good and I cried after too. It was like, but it also felt like there was something inside me that had been released. Like I felt lighter. Like there was something in there for so long that was like rotten. And I felt like I released it, and now I feel like pretty comfortable getting angry. I feel like it is there for a reason. Like I have now like a love for anger.
it's a confirmation that you're a human, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Like, yeah,
She's not
you
a
don't-
mermaid.
Yeah, she's a mermaid.
You know, we don't have to be nice and pleasant all the time. No, not if there's something that's making us angry. That's because it's not supposed to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting to that place too where I really do honor it as this is somebody crossing my boundaries.
Yeah.
My personal no's, my personal this is not safe, this is not comfortable, this is disrespectful, whatever. And before I used to be like, no, you're not allowed to feel that way. You have to be nice, which is so crazy. But definitely now when I feel it, I'm like, well, that's how I know I need to set a boundary.
Yeah.
That's how I know this has gone too far or whatever it may be. Wait, can I ask you guys, because I think this is going to be fun, what your angriest moment of your life has ever been? If you'll share.
Should I go? Okay, mine was probably at this workshop.
Yeah.
Perfect.
When I told them very clearly, there were like 80 people, and I told them I do not want to do this experiment. And the exercise was for the women to stick the finger up the guy's butt and for them to feel penetrated, to see how it's like, right? Yeah, interesting idea, but I didn't want to do it for XYZ reasons in my life at the time. The teachers were so pushy that I did it, and that I get matched up with whoever I'm supposed to get matched up with, which meant if me and whoever get a stone, we're meant to be together. I tried really hard not to do it anyways. I was like, at the end, okay, fine, I'm gonna partner, let's see what happens. I did not want to do it, and they were so pushy, and it was the first time I felt very like traumatized by being pushed to do something by authority that I didn't want to do. I was clear about it, and they were very, very pushy. So I got partnered with this guy, and I just tell him, I'm not gonna do it. And it made him so angry, so angry. The guy was furious. He basically, for the 2 hours of the whole guided exercise, he was screaming with the pillows. I mean, it's good. He was
So
banging
he was,
into
like,
the
showing how
floor.
to express your
He was expressing it, which was good. At least it wasn't kept on the inside. I like to express the anger, then it gets out of me. I'm very good at expressing my anger. Yeah. Not in a soft way. I let it out. It's good. But it's out of my system. I think it's a privilege to be natural to do this, you know? And like let it out. But anyways, I felt very upset by the whole thing, by the authority pushing me to do something. Thank God I didn't do it. I watched the guy be really angry, and in the end they were trying to turn it around, like, see, this was your lesson, like, to say no. But I'm actually always good at saying no, so for me it was like,
it's not a lesson. I'm very good on that.
anyways, and in the end, in the sharing circle where everyone's saying how it was, you know, healing and stuff, I was very proud, and I was very clear. I was like, I gotta say my piece. This is the first time I felt traumatized by like an authority pushing me to do something. Did not feel good. It felt really good though to tell them, and that this was not healing for me. This was really traumatizing, but it's, you know, this is good to have this experience. It's gonna, you know, make me feel more compassionate. And I stuck up for myself. Was good, and the guy got the thing done later in the night with somebody else. They did it for him. They didn't mind to do it for me. Anyways, I was very angry with them, but I let them know.
Yeah.
Yes.
This was my angry moment.
It's a great start.
Thank you.
It's so powerful that you were like, no, I'm just not, even if this is what everybody else is doing, even if you're the authority. I freaking love that kind of
really
power.
happy.
How old you were?
Probably 22.
That's so young
Wow,
to be
that's
that
amazing.
empowered and clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 22 after college.
Because
In
at
Croatia.
that age, you'll be like, just follow the leader.
Yeah, I could not believe how pushy they were and how they tried to. Yeah, they told me something like, if you don't do it, you're gonna be like, you're not in the container, and you're gonna have to pay like the $2,000 I spent for it back or something. Yeah, they were
These
about it.
people,
Wow.
and I
I'm so
love.
glad I did the whole thing.
Yeah,
The whole week was interesting, but that was pretty messed up.
it's horrible, and I also love that you spoke up in the circle in addition to it.
Yeah.
Like you said no, and you're like, and I'm gonna
And then I
add.
like to share it, and that was really fun.
I love that.
I was the only one.
Did anyone talk with you about it, or be like, thank you for saying that, or they left it quiet, culty?
So after
I
that,
bet
no
people
one
felt like you.
or somebody like from the group, they said like, I resonate with what you said. And
No. I mean, a lot of people found it healing, I think. But I've shared the story afterwards. But I mean, in a way, like, it was fine. Yes, I got to see the poor guy really mad. He actually said he came to the workshop for that exact
Wow.
thing. He wanted to know how I would feel and for the experience. So it was like, funny that exactly what he came for, he didn't get.
Wow.
That was his lesson.
So that was interesting for him to get his anger out. So it was all good. But we got to be strong and angry and loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about yours, Georgie? What was your maddest
I
moment?
don't really remember a lot. Like I know in the past,
She blacks it out.
I was very impulsive, and I realized how much might hurt the other person, and also how important is like take a deep breath, at least give 5 minutes, and if after 5 minutes I still feel the same anger, then I say something. But if I'm not, and it's like really, it for me like really works. So I don't really remember something that was like so painful. Just the one time my brother and my dad had a conflict, and I got like so scared because I thought it would be like something like more intense there. So like literally starting to scream at both of them, and I was like so mad, and I couldn't really control, and I was like just starting to shake and act crazy. It was my first and my last time, but it was so hard to see a conflict, and I was like, oh my God, like also it's about my dad and my brother, like this is huge, and I had no idea how to deal. And usually I'm the peacemaker in my family. I'm like, it's fine, like okay, and change the subject, like don't focus too much, just like no drama. But at that point I was like just starting to scream at both of them and like shaking, like I had like a very but it was like my first and my last time when I reacted like that. But if I look in the past, I think I would react the same.
Yeah.
Also now I feel like I'm starting to shake.
I wonder if what's interesting is the theme that made you angry is truly the core of your like deepest trigger too, because like maybe yours would be being pushed or like coerced or overridden or something in some way. I don't know.
Don't like people.
Don't tell me what should I do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, would be like being controlled.
Ooh, controlled, pushed, coerced, told what to.
I like to feel very respected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this. I don't know. I'm nice until I don't like it, and I don't like it. I love it. I like
And
being
yours
messed
would
with.
be, well, you said conflict, like
I
other
think, but not having control, I think it's more. Like you have like, don't control me. I feel like I need to be in control. But like also was about family. So with family,
Yeah.
it's a little bit like different.
Yeah.
How about you?
What about you?
I've screamed at my sister and one of my ex-boyfriends, and that's the only ones I've screamed at.
You've never screamed at your parents.
I've probably screamed at my mom. That's actually probably true. I can't really remember, but like normally I'd just be crying and she'd be screaming at me. But here's what I do know is like when my ex high school boyfriend was like, he was being so bad and he was like, he'd already cheated on me, and I gave him all these rules. Like, you can't do this, you can't drink, you can't. I had trackers, I had all his passwords. I was out of my mind.
How old?
18.
Oh, okay.
And so bad. And he was on a trip. I had his location, and then somehow I found, guys, I had his banking information as well. So if I couldn't figure it out on the maps, I'd look at what he was spending his money on.
Wow.
Yep, I did. I knew everything. I also was great at hacking. People would literally like hire me to hack people.
I love it.
And then they changed, things got more secure, but Yahoo used to be the easiest. Anyways, I would hack him and check. I found out he's at a strip club after all this.
Wow.
And I remember I put the pieces together somehow, some way. And I remember I was in my little studio apartment in LA, and I started like cranking my windows shut so that I could fucking scream. And I'm shutting my windows, and I called him, and I just let out something I have never let out of me. It was so disturbed, but it was so needed. So that was one. And then my sister and I got in a fight one time. I just honestly can't really remember the details of that, but just yesterday I was telling you guys that I got a very unsolicited text from like a distant family member trying to like tell me how to live my life out of nowhere. And I couldn't shake that rage until I saw you all. I was so pissed. And I was looking at what that was, and it really, for me, felt like somebody who was trying to tell me like I couldn't trust myself and telling me what to do, which to me is, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I need to be like in control. So being controlled in some ways pisses me off. That is like I will fight.
Don't control Kama.
Don't control.
try.
Don't control Michelle either.
They couldn't even.
Don't control Georgie either.
It's funny because my dad all the time was like a control freak, and I was scared of him when I was a kid, but was the only person that I was like, let's say, afraid. I'm like, oh, I need to be at 10 at home because my dad will be mad. But was the only person in my life. I never had like somebody who tried to control me or like to try to tell me like stop or like, I don't know, like.
Were you scared of your mom?
Never.
Never before.
No.
But dad, yes.
Oh yeah, dad, yes. Yeah, with my dad, all
Do
three
you
of
like
us.
did
I think it was a
think
good
it's
mix
beneficial
because
in a way that you learned, like, was it good in any way?
if I look now in the past, I think for me, and when I look at my sister and my brother, I feel like it was very good how he was like making us more aware of like, you know, when you are at the table, don't chew, don't do this, like, you know, all this like a nice education. And also like the idea of knowing that, okay, I want you safe, but I want at 10 to be home, you know. And I was like, okay, he trusts me, but I need also to respect his desire. But like if you weren't, like, was like very mad and like punishing and stuff. Yeah, so honestly, if you ask my sister, I think my sister would be like, oh, it was like too much, but she was the oldest one, so he was very strict with my sister, was the first daughter, so he was like no to everything. I was the third one, and my brother is like 1 year older than me, so I had a lot of freedom. So yeah, but I like that. I think it's hard to be a strict parent, so I appreciate that he could be strict, you know. Not all the time and not in everything, but yeah.
I had no rules. My parents were not strict at all. I was never scared of either of my parents. It's very interesting. And they just said my mom's motto was to say yes to everything unless it was really, really, really serious. Like one time when I wanted to cross a huge highway, I think she squeezed my hand so tight, like, don't go. And I got really mad, like, why she's squeezing my hand. Like, okay, I shouldn't go. And the other rule was just to tell her where I was, you know? I like
So
that.
she never told you at 2 you need to be home.
Absolutely
or
not.
like
Wow.
Whatever you want, and she will come pick me up on any hour with all my friends. Didn't matter how drunk we were, didn't matter. Just
Wow.
don't drive drunk. But she would like get off work and sleep in the car. She'd bring a mattress, wait till we're done with the party,
Wow.
and then take us all home whenever we're done.
Coolest mom
Pretty
on the
cute.
block.
Very cute. But I never had to lie to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's actually really safe and smart. I would do the same.
What qualities do you think that gave you as a person as a result of that kind of parenting?
Well, I think like yeah, I'm not afraid of authority. That's like with that one I did not like when they were trying to tell me what to do. But yes, regardless of like who it is, their status, it doesn't matter. I feel like an equal because I always felt like an equal with my parents. Of course, would be good the child has some respect. And I know with the way they were so lenient with me, it was kind of like my mom and I were sisters in a way. I didn't have any sisters. They're friends that were like sisters, but we were kind of equal. And I think as I got older, the respect came from myself. But like being young, we would yell at each other just like sisters, fight with each other like sisters. But it makes me feel, very like confident in myself, kind of like, oh, I can handle anyone. I'm not little. I'm not less. I'm powerful. Kind of that feeling she gave me. Yeah.
I love that. And your honesty, I think, is another key quality.
Because I don't care. I don't feel like people are going to get me in trouble or be disappointed with what I'm doing because everything was nice. I love that. It's nice. I would do it with my kid like that too.
You will?
Yeah. My mom thinks I'm going to be really strict because I am very strict.
feel
I want
the
people
strict
to
a little bit.
respect. I like when people respect me. That is a little trigger. If I feel disrespected, people talking rudely to me, I don't handle that well. Well, I let them know to get over it. But I don't have a tolerance for that. Which she did have a lot of tolerance for. Wow. However I spoke to her, which was very loving and kind in a way too. If you can handle it. If it's gonna like hurt you, no. But she could handle it. Mama's strong.
Strong.
Yeah, what about you guys?
Where do I begin? That's like my life story. Yeah, so I love to hear that about you. I feel like I'm the opposite, whereas I sort of feel like I don't have authority. Like I'm still kind of I have to listen. I'm scared of like getting in trouble. Yeah, very, very strict. There was no like curfew because I simply wasn't even allowed like out. So I was
And you never like
grounded for like
do crazy things.
I
like
couldn't
just-
sneak out. My dad was a detective. There was alarms on the house.
Oh.
I wasn't allowed to do after school activities, like nothing. If I came home from school, like even smiling too much, they're like, who's the boy? Like I would get in trouble for that. I would get in trouble for being too sad because also it could be a boy. So very like neutral demeanor. It was very strict, and I would get interrogated sometimes, like
By them?
with the light, like a real
Really?
with a real interrogation.
Wow.
By your dad?
Yeah.
Like what? Like what was
He
he
would like
Where
go
have you
through
been
my
last night?
trash.
But you would
Okay,
say-
yeah, I think it's yeah. He would go through my trash. I took one time like pill for like period pain or something, and he found the little piece of foil. Came in the middle of the night and said, "What are you taking?" And I was like, "Nothing," like literally.
Wow.
So I was like, I was a criminal, even though I was not.
Whoa.
So it was very strict.
Very strict.
There's a lot of stories, but that's a little bit.
A little teaser.
And
Whoa.
how is that now?
I had a period of like complete separation, of no contact, and I feel like it just sort of helped me to kind of like start a fresh new life. Like I feel like coming here and starting that new life really helped me discover who I am. Like I feel like I was born when I came here because I didn't even fully know who I was because it was all so like tucked in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been so healing to just come here and like be free, and there are no rules, and like explore what I would with the freedom. Like what do I even want to do with that freedom? So I'm living the dream right now. Even just being able to hang out with friends, it's like what I always wanted.
Wow.
So, and now she has the breath of fire.
Yeah. Now if anyone tells me
Fierce.
what to do, it's
So-
not happening.
So you see, like being strict for each of us means different things, right? Because this is very strict,
Yeah.
and I thought my dad was strict.
Yeah.
Why are you smiling?
No, because I'm like just realizing now.
I mean like how her dad
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why are you smiling too much? Why are you too sad?
Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking because all my life I thought my dad was strict,
Yeah.
and now I'm like, maybe not so strict.
So different degrees, yeah.
Okay, well, we can see the benefit of your parents' parenting in that way. You were clear on like, this is what it gave me and this empowerment. This is weird because we all think that is too much. But was there any benefit, do you think, to that?
Okay, I have always resented it, and I think it's not the best way. The benefit, I think, the idea behind it, I understand, was they were trying to protect me. And I will say they did protect me. Like, nothing crazy happened to me, but it also, I feel, in the end, handicapped me in that, sure, nothing bad happened to me, but nothing happened to me at all. Like, I didn't really experience so much, like, social interactions and, like, learn the things that you just learn from like, interacting with people. So I do feel like in the end it was, you know, sort of a handicap, but I think, yes, it did keep me very safe. And even from now, because of like how angry I was about it, I feel like I learned more how to trust myself, because it takes a lot. I think I also felt like I couldn't trust myself. I need someone to protect me, to tell me what to do. And it's like, I've never done anything before. Like, I've never, I don't know, taken myself to the doctor. Or like when I lived under their roof, I was not even allowed to like do my own taxes, drive a car, like use a big knife other than a butter knife.
Wow.
So learning how to be like a functioning human, I feel like now that I kind of did that for myself, I'm more confident in myself. So it was not the ideal way, but I do feel like I took the most positives out of it.
And it made you like rebellious and brave.
Yeah.
Because you had that kind of
The push.
Yeah.
That anger motivated you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
My
Wow, I
mom,
love it.
do you think like also how he interrogates you helped you to know people better?
How to like read
Yes.
situations better? I would say yes. I would say yeah.
Well, I don't get the correlation. Explain.
No, like how like what's the benefit? Like, you know, like I feel
think
like
it made me better at
everything.
arguing with men.
Oh,
She's ready. She's like, listen, I've been interrogated.
but why only with men?
I don't know. No woman has ever come to me and be like, why did you do this and you can't do this? Like, I guess simply because I haven't experienced it. But
Your mom was telling you?
I think my mom always really, she understood me. She had to, I know she like always had to be on his side, and yet she would like snitch on me if anything. But I could see it in her eye. Like, we had this connection where I know she understood me.
Like she didn't need to say anything. You're like,
yeah, like
uh,
I think she wouldn't have been like as strict, but she also had to respect her partner. Yeah.
What about you?
Wow. Michelle is like an exaggerated version of my story. Like, it's like the most extreme version of it. It's like one level above. Like, similarly, my dad used to interrogate me too, but he didn't have a flashlight. So he was like next level.
in a fun way or in like?
No.
Oh yeah.
My dad wasn't interrogating me for me. He would like literally try to get information about other things and situations through me. But he would put me in like really, like at a young age, like just trying to basically get things out of me. And I was super like, what are we even doing? Mm-hmm. But that would happen like a lot of nights. And then my dad was pretty like, we joke that my sister, my family, we're like, my dad doesn't know if we're dead or alive sometimes, but my mom is, we call her Eagle Eyes. And it's funny, my sister, quote, we call her Eagle Eyes because she's always listening, which makes no sense. Eagle Eyes listening. Anyway, so she would literally, like, there was a time where, no joke, like my sister and I were talking or something, and we opened the door to the bedroom, like, and my mom, like, fell through the door because she was listening. And then she had a baby monitor in my room for, like, 7 years, and
Did you know about it?
You
know.
didn't know?
Oh.
No. So a lot of violation.
Yeah.
And I think the energy you feel is like what I felt too. They would, same thing, like she would find ways to go through my phone. She had limits on my phone. Okay, she'll argue, and I'll argue for her, that like she started this, she was always strict, but it got insane where I became like a prisoner because I snuck out. But when I'd sneak out, I would literally just go on walks in the woods. I didn't do anything bad. That's it. And I logged all the times that I snuck out, like I was clocking in and out of work. and wrote about what I did. And my mom read my journal.
Oh.
And then I was grounded for literally probably 2 years.
Because of your
2
journey.
years.
Yeah. My phone wouldn't work past 8 p.m. We would just like lock up. She had something to do. And all of these different things. And that's when the baby monitor went in, but I didn't know. And all of these crazy things, they like re-put the alarm system crazy. And I was just like, couldn't do anything. And I'd always ask, which I think is a great question. Okay, well then how can I earn your trust back? And she would say, you're going to have to find out. What? And so for me, I think what I take out of all of that is just really making sure, like, if you are being disciplinary, which I think there's some balance too, like, make them understand.
Yeah.
Give them, because the lesson is so important in that. Like, what, or else what? You're just a dictator,
Right.
which I think you understand. So, and then my parents were really strict about my safety, always worried about it, always like drilling into my head that I was going to get kidnapped, this and that. But then at the same time, my dad was like, I'll do any drug with you want to do. So like, it was very confusing narrative, like in an adult world, always around adult things. But like, I wasn't allowed to do like normal kid things. Very strange paradox.
You turned out pretty great.
He was trying to control, like he was like rather having you around him and doing stuff rather than be by yourself with your friends maybe.
Weirdly, I was allowed to see everything and anything my parents were doing. My parents are drinking, they're partying, people are doing drugs, there's like strippers. But I can't go to walk with my friends through the neighborhood because that is not safe. No Facebook. No like
no Facebook. No Facebook.
No MySpace.
Yeah.
What? It was
neither?
very confusing.
Nothing.
When did you get it?
I have.
I secretly made one, and they found out right away.
What?
I got in big trouble. And then I think I secretly made one again as an adult, but it still was a secret. And I think they still don't know I have Instagram. Wow. Even as an adult too, I was like so nervous to tell them I have a boyfriend.
Did they know you're engaged?
They do. I almost didn't tell them, but they know, yeah. Should we wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up. Well,
This was awesome, guys.
Thank you for watching.
Spontaneous.
Thank you for being with us.
Wait, what was the original topic today? Where you feel the most like you.
We're like far away.
What makes you angry? How do you deal with anger? Mix it up. Sometimes you just gotta.
We might have 3
Let it all out.
podcasts. See you soon.
We spill it, you fill it.